A Carrollton police officer is in the hospital after being hit by a car while out of his vehicle directing traffic.
So the police department have identified the officer as Dustin Kish. He's been with the department for nearly 3 years.
He was flown to Wellstar Keystone Hospital in Marietta, and that is where we find 11 Alive's Cody Alcorn tonight. Cody, is there any sort of update on how Officer Kish is doing?
Jennifer and Ron, at last check, he was in critical condition. As you can imagine, Officer Kish broke many bones this afternoon. And here behind me, doctors are keeping a very close eye on him at this hour. 11 Alive Sky Tracker flew over this scene Wednesday afternoon along Highway 27 in Carrollton.
We're just praying really, really hard.
Carrollton Police Sergeant Meredith Browning says Officer Dustin Kish had been directing traffic
For utility companies who were putting line in for new construction.
when he was hit by a vehicle.
Thankfully, several citizens called 911 when they saw it happen, and our officers were there within moments.
Knowing they were responding to one of their own who was down.
Training always kicks in. You know, adrenaline is pumping, but when you have to take a step back and you realize what just happened, it absolutely takes a toll on you.
As officers worked to secure the scene, Officer Kish was flown here to Wellstar Keystone Hospital. Some of his colleagues and family rushed to be by his side, including his brother, who's also a Carrollton police officer.
Now we have his whole family and our whole law enforcement family who is really praying hard.
Knowing what's ahead for this officer.
It's going to be a long road, but we're going to be there with him every step of the way.
As for the crash, Georgia State Patrol is investigating, but it's a reminder to always pay attention behind the wheel.
When you're directing traffic, you think people are seeing you and watching you, and sometimes that may not be the case.
Tonight, GSP telling us that Officer Kish had on a reflective vest when he was in the road this afternoon directing traffic.
Cody, do we have any word from the Georgia State Patrol tonight on why this driver hit Officer Kish?
Yeah, just in the last couple of hours, GSP did send us a narrative of what they believe happened, and they say the driver of a Kia Sorento, an SUV, believed to have had a medical emergency crossing all of those lanes, likely never braking before hitting Officer Kish. In fact, after hitting the officer, that driver hit a Chrysler 200. When the vehicle finally came to a stop, the driver who suffered that medical emergency and the driver who was hit both taken to a local hospital in Carrollton with minor injuries. But again, tonight, the focus is on the recovery here behind me of this officer who suffered major injuries. Live in Marietta, Cody Alcorn, 11 Alive News.
All right, Cody, and prayers going out for Officer Kish as well. Thank you, sir.